Hello, everyone, and welcome. Don't look at that, Dad. That's delayed. How's it going, everybody? We're very confused tonight. I got the video on both.
Yes, you do.
Both monitors here, and one's delayed and one's not. It's screwing everything up, so I'm going to move this over here so we don't get screwed up anymore. Hi, everybody. How are you? Oh.
I'm good.
We just got a resubscription. What's up? ZK Hydro. Welcome back for those 3 months. And I think we just missed Battery H re-upping for 6 months. Thank you so much. Duct Tape Possum came in for 8 months in a row of subscribing to the channel.
Wow.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. You folks
I have no idea what that means, but
yeah, trust me.
You seem excited. So
it's good.
Okay.
It's good news,
okay.
believe me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Holy cow, we got a lot of people in chat. HVC coming in 6 months in a row as well. If you have any of those red green tape, you see these little emotes, Dad? I know they're little, but maybe that's a picture of you.
Oh yeah.
Tearing open a strip of duct tape.
Sure,
that's the emote here on the chat.
Okay.
So when people subscribe again, other people spam the emotes to kind of be like, hey, welcome, because now they get to use those emotes as well. It's quite something.
Okay. Yes, I'm sure it will be.
The Ferb guy coming in with 6 months in a row as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Ferb guy. Thank you. Wow. My weekend is complete, says Battery H. What's happening, Battery? How you doing? All right, let's take a little roll call here. If you're here tonight, just type in chat hello or hi. I want to make sure I say hi to all you guys. Cahoso, I see you. What's up? Linkerick, how you doing? Noli, what's going on? Bend Comedy, hello. Talking Toey, what's going on? Good to see you. Dare to Smile. Dave's not here. What's up? Good to see you. Jack T. Chance, what's going on? Says, what are you doing with Santa? It's not even December? What kind of a thing is that to say here?
She's talking to me.
Kanko Pin, what's going on? How you doing? Zero Cool, how you doing? Vico, what's up? M Detector, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. Sam Burkett, what's up? MC Player, HVC, how you doing? EJ Geek, hello. Mr. J Ramal, how are you doing? Do Right 87, what's up? Xeno Prophet Nail, TDB 30. Harris, of course, good to see you. Mopar Crazy, how are you? Chris Barta, hello. Wow.
Mopar Crazy.
Chrysler
guy.
You know that you're going to get along with that guy just fine. Pete Rose 5000, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Says Dad has more hair than Dave. That's not cool, Pete Rose. Not cool. I just sent my dad a screenshot of the stream, and he says, wow, nice, Dare to Smile. Very nice. Hello, Obi-Wan. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Well, as you guys know, I've been announcing it the last few weeks. Tonight's a big night for the stream. Always great to have my dad here.
Thank you.
With us.
Always great to be here,
Thank
Dave.
you for coming. I thought we would get you once.
Yes, so you got
But then
twice.
when you came back, I was like, wow.
I was starting to drift off while you were saying, because it wasn't any language I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
Although that guy you said, Noli, was he the member of the month last month?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got some members of the month here in chat.
Okay,
Actually, the one for next month is also in chat here tonight. Too,
wow.
So
Well, that's
you'll
coming,
learn all
that's
about
coming
her
up.
soon.
That's like Wednesday.
Yeah. So it's
cool.
It's pretty awesome to see. But yeah, thank you for coming back. We just had a visit. Like my brother was here and his family. And we had a bunch of grandkids. We literally just shoved them out the door and ran down here to be on time for the stream. So
we pretended we were doing this so they'd leave.
Yeah. We did kill the Bit Cup just for today because I didn't want to block what we were doing up here. Wow, Notorious Fish with the cheer. Thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate that. Harris says, hi, Dave. Hi, Steve. Dave, I hope you got my email. And Steve, I love the show. You're the best.
Thank
Harris,
you.
I don't know I got emails from you. I don't know if you're talking about the most recent one or not. But, yeah. I'm going to say yes, I got it.
Where are these people?
These people are all over.
Okay.
If everyone, you just want to type in where you're from, we would appreciate that. We like to get a track on everyone. But I would say it's very similar breakdown to the store, where it's mostly Americans, but we have some Canadians as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, Ohio, New York City,
okay.
Virginia, Wisconsin, Boston, Missouri, New Orleans, Chicago, Northern Michigan, South Carolina, St. John, New Brunswick.
There we go.
Yeah. Toronto.
Oh my gosh.
We could go to that guy's house.
I was born there.
There you go. Chattanooga, Detroit, Nova Scotia, what's up? Seattle, Pennsylvania. Wow, California.
Wow.
Yeah. So in this chat, a lot of times, like, this is a place where I get people. They think that they are going to be able to influence what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Talking to me.
No one has been able to so far,
Yeah,
but it's
they
only
don't.
been 72 years.
They don't know.
This could be.
So they're always like, "Can you tell your dad to come, play in my town?"
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always like, "I don't know."
Okay.
So I thought maybe we
Let
could
me
start
explain
with
that.
addressing that, because I get that a lot.
I'm going to address
from the
that
fans.
right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So the guy that promotes all the tours, puts them all together, is a guy named Brian Edwards. His company is called Rocklands Entertainment. So the way it works is he'll ask me if I want to do a tour, and I'll either say yes or absolutely yes. And then I sign a contract with him, and it might be, I'm going to say a 2-year contract. I don't know exactly, but let's just say that it's 2 years. And we specify won't be over a certain number of dates, or, things like, not too much. I don't want to travel 1,200 miles on a bicycle and then perform 8 shows that night. So things like that, I kind of limit. But other than that, I don't have any control over where I play. I can make suggestions as to where I'd like to have a lodge meeting, but he's the guy on the hook. He spends all the money on advertising. He contacts all the venues, and he has to book that and give them a deposit. So by the time the first ticket is sold, he's already way deep in debt. So I don't want to, on top of that, handcuff him, saying, well, I got to go here and I got to go there. And even places I don't go to, it's not because I don't want to go there. And it may not even be that he doesn't want to go there. Maybe the venue is not available. Some of these, I play like smaller venues because I'm not a big star. So, and I like them. I like this more personal. But sometimes those places will get a play in there, and the play will be there for 6 weeks. Well,
And there's no availability.
there's no availability. So all those things factor in. But don't take it as an insult if I don't come to where you are. But if I do come to where you are, you can take that as a tremendous compliment.
There you go.
That seem reasonable?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Right.
Only look at it in the positive. I like
Yes.
that. Now, so if I'm a fan and I'm watching and I'm like, I really would like Steve to come to my town to do a show.
Yeah.
What can I do? Can I call Rocklands? I don't know. Is there any way to show support?
You know what? If you really wanted to do that, I would call the venue, like the place
Call
in
the
town
venue, yeah.
where I usually perform in places 1,000, 1,200 seats is kind of, that's the normal. So if enough people contacted them, then they would contact Brian.
Okay.
I mean that's I wouldn't put a lot of faith in that.
Yeah.
But maybe
But it's better than telling me.
Yeah, and it's even better than telling me, to be honest with you. We've done things where we did a Facebook thing where we said, if you want me to come to your place, just like you did here with the thing, have them do that. Just put a comment on there. And we have put some tours together like that. But it's such a complicated business because there's a whole bunch of people out there touring. So you got, and not only that, but you have to arrange the things have to run in order. I have to get from A to B to C to D to E. So there's got to be a flow to it as well. I mean, I think Brian does a terrific job, and I don't handcuff him that way. But I go to the venue is probably the only way to make it happen.
Okay. That's what you do.
Okay.
All right. I see a couple of questions here, so I don't want to bypass them. Toaster says, every scene you filmed with Harold is personally my favorite. What were your favorite scenes to film? So I guess that means like sort of what type of scene, maybe? Like what segment of the show did you enjoy filming the most?
Oh, boy. That's a tough one because there were elements there. I can tell you what I enjoyed most about the show, and that was, live audience, and you were there. When you would do something that you think, I think the audience is really going to enjoy this. And when they really did, it became greater than it ever would have been if the audience was. So in other words, the audience became a very key component. They weren't like innocent bystanders. They were involved with the scene. And the thing people probably don't know about me, and I actually saw Pat McKenna last week. He was over at our house for dinner. But when we were doing the show, we would never socialize. We never went out to dinner together. We never did anything together other than the show because we felt we had a good relationship and we wanted to save it all for the camera.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, we didn't want to, I already saw you 3 times this week. Like, so that was really good. And then the other thing is, the guy was just such a great performer. And we never used cue cards or anything. Just you had to know your stuff, and you just came out. And it was probably I probably said this before, but probably the most memorable scene to me with Pat was he had left the show. He was kind of almost left the show for a year, and then he totally left for another year. And then when he came back, and we didn't tell the live audience, for their first, the premise was that we were hiring some PR guy to work for the lodge, and all the guys were trying to get the job. And then we got our new guy, and in walked, Pat and Harold. And the audience just went crazy, and it was just like, oh my gosh, that was such a neat thing. And it was such a validation of, it was absolutely right. Not only for me, I wanted him back, but for him to walk out and get that response, he knew that he was doing the right thing by coming back.
People wanted him back. Missed him, and
yeah, and we did another probably 5 years after that. But no, it was good stuff.
Yeah, cool. All right, I see some more questions here. Cahoso says, don't change the tour anymore. We already made our reservations. That's right. Cahoso, I think, is making a journey. Cahoso, you got tickets. Was it Phoenix you bought tickets for, Cahoso? And I think you've got a bit of a drive ahead of you. Gridhog says, Steve,
I got a bigger one.
yeah. Yeah. Wah, wah, right?
Yeah.
Gridhog says, Steve, did Dave bribe you tonight? What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
How dare you?
He's a good boy. He means well. If only he did well.
Mr. J. Ramal said, any plans on a cast reunion?
No.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody too.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys have done a few things here and there, but it's
They're all good guys, and never a harsh word. 15 years, never a harsh word backstage, nothing. But it's just kind of like, we did it together, we did it great, and guys have gone their separate ways. And those shows, I don't like those reunion shows. That's part of the problem. It's just a bunch of old guys imitating their former selves for me. So I don't want to do that. Even me, like I love the touring. I love doing the one-man shows and being live on stage. It's not a TV thing at all. But that feels fresh and new to me. It's not like I'm going to go back and try and do what I did, better 30 years ago. So.
Yeah. The content is all new every time on it.
Yes.
So that keeps a sense of freshness.
Yeah, I'm getting ready now to start this new one, and I'm as excited as I've ever been about going on stage. I can't wait to get up and share these.
Yeah, it's funny.
Things. Is it?
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, okay.
It made me laugh.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually when both you and I laugh at something,
we're dead.
Dead. Nobody else likes it usually.
Dead.
So we'll
Dead.
see.
Absolutely.
I shouldn't have told you that. I'm sorry.
I gotta rewrite it now tonight.
Okay, let's get to our mail call here, and then we'll. I got some more questions to ask you and all that kind of stuff. But let's do that.
Okay.
I think it's that time.
It's mail call.
Good.
Yeah. Right.
You with your buttons.
Look at the production value over here.
Unbelievable.
Okay, let's do it. All right, this comes to us. This first picture is from Andy.
I don't see a picture.
Well, you just wait and see. Andy sent this to us via Facebook. It says redneck bird feeder.
Oh, man.
Thank you for that, Andy.
Yeah.
Now, this kind of reminded me...
Let's hope he bought that new.
This kind of reminded me of you guys. We did like the
beer things, yeah.
Bottle thing.
They were, they were the plungers where it came up.
It came back in again.
Yeah.
Ours is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just used it the other day. It's amazing. But yeah, so I actually, when I got this, I thought it was funny. But also, I just wanted to ask you about, sometimes our American fans, like they talk about sort of redneck culture and compare the show with kind of redneck culture. And to me as a Canadian, I see some parallels with those things, but they're not necessarily the same things. Like Canadian culture is a little, it's a bit different than that too as well, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, this is a whole other area, which is people have been trying to define, our fans, our audience for 30 years, and it can't be done. Like, people assume that my fans, people that enjoy the program in America, are probably right-wing Republicans, Second Amendment aficionados. Well, you can't define them like that. I mean, for one thing, most of the American audience was built through PBS exposure, and PBS viewers tend to be more on the liberal side of things. So it's to me, when you get into classifying the viewers or the fans or whatever you want to call it, it's just crazy. They're just good, simple people. They're just people who, their word is their bond, and I meet them all the time. And they're just kind of straightforward. We don't get a lot of slick fans, but but we also have a lot of fans who are very well educated and sophisticated and all that stuff. But there's something, if they like the basic elements of life, I think they see something that they can appreciate in the show.
Right. Well said.
Thanks,
Andy, for the picture.
Liking it. Redneck bird feeder.
Pretty awesome.
It's also a squirrel feeder and probably a cat feeder.
Yeah, and maybe that little kid sometimes.
I didn't even see him.
Right?
He's trick-or-treating.
He's sneaking his way over
He's trick-or-treating, that kid.
Thank you, Andy. This next one is from Austin. Now, we've had some sort of duct tape car repair pictures in the past. This one I thought was interesting because it's actually...
That's the tread of the
It's
tire.
almost like a hidden... It's like it's like he's trying to hide the duct tape repair job.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, the tread is gone on that.
Do you think
wheel.
what do they call those? The cord inside the tire, the metal.
Yeah.
You think that was possibly exposed at the tire?
Maybe.
Okay, so now
Maybe.
What speed would you be comfortable at? I'm thinking the way we see it now, that's ideal. Parked.
I'm thinking the faster you go, the more
centrifugal force.
allows it. You got to get over 200 miles an hour.
I had a handyman tip on that. Is that a rear tire? You see I
don't know.
You see a tie rod or anything?
I wouldn't know what to look for.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I think that's a front wheel.
Okay.
That's even worse.
Thank you, Austin, for that. I hope that wasn't like he bought the car and then a week later he noticed this on the inside of it.
That's probably a waste of duct tape is what that is.
Now, Kathy sent us this picture, which I thought was particularly topic note newsworthy, given Canada in the last week and a half. This is a guy. It says, "My two hobbies are smoking marijuana and rescuing stray cats."
Oh my goodness! My goodness!
Yeah, you got to be
now.
careful.
Is that him talking or the possum? Holy cow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good, eh? Pretty good. Yeah.
Mom, Dad, this is Mark. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kathy. Appreciate it.
And this guy's on the floor. That was another clue.
Yeah.
The couch wasn't that far away, but apparently too far.
Too far, yeah. This next one is from Harris, someone that's often right here in chat, is in here in chat tonight. He said, "So while I was in Branson, Missouri, I saw this while I was fishing one day. I think this guy will fit in correctly at the lodge."
Oh my gosh.
Right?
What's the flotation? Are those just PVC pipes capped on
It looks like some kind of... They look maybe a bit thicker, but I don't know. But definitely capped pipes.
My guess is that didn't work right out of the gate. Like he's had to adapt that plan.
He added the second one to each side.
Well, first of all, they probably started a little closer together.
Yeah.
And then, no. And it's like bed frames. Is that a bed frame that's thing's on? You know how
it might be, actually.
You know the angles for holding the box spring?
Yeah. It might be. It might be a bed frame.
That's going to be... So where is he? He's obviously... That's Branson, Missouri. Apparently they have no wind there, I would say.
Yeah, one gust that he's going over, baby. And that looks like... Is that two kayak paddles? He's somehow extend... Like, I've never seen a kayak paddle that long before.
Yeah, no. He's either put two of them together or that's... one of those things for cleaning the windows of a 3-story house.
Oh, yeah, and he's attached paddles on the end.
Yeah.
Pretty
my gosh, that is something. To put
impressive.
that much work into something so stupid. I'm in awe. I am in awe.
That's saying something coming from you. Yeah.
Well, I used to say the show, was never a lack of intelligence. It was a waste of intelligence. And I think we're seeing a bit of that right here.
I like it. Thanks, Harris. Appreciate that. Thank you for the bits to MC Player 320. The cupcake bits. Very nice. Thank you for that. This came in from Jack. He said, "Hi, Dave. This picture..." People on chat, they know you're kind of a car guy. And every once in a while I've talked about, you got these cars and stuff. So people are always on the lookout for kind of neat car pictures.
Yeah.
So Jackson says, "Hi, Dave. This picture is from a car show back in July in Maple Grove, Minnesota. I'm not sure what year this Camaro is from, but I think it's late 60s or early 70s. And if you look at it, it's got like...
Oh, that's his trailer?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like the same back end, right?
It's actually...
Or is it different?
It's... I guess it's the same.
Yeah.
It's just a little higher, so the window looked a little different. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, so that's pretty
I don't know
awesome.
what... That's... I mean... a friend of mine had a 68 Chevelle SS.
Ooh.
Is that what that is? Or that's a Camaro?
He said Camaro. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, it's probably a Camaro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Muscle cars are really popular. I'm not so big on muscle cars, but
Yeah.
I like older
You look a bit
street rods.
like a bit older than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet though. Thanks, Jack.
That's really nice.
And that's
I like the trailer a lot.
an interesting trailer choice.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, this next one is from Randy. He sent this in via Facebook and said, "Halloween at the lodge."
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
See, that's very creative, you know,
Yeah.
the ice and everything.
You know, and you got the beer, and then there's like a cooler and like a lighter beer, so you
Yeah,
got the
it's-
different options.
Yeah.
You know.
It is great.
Yeah.
Got a kind of a Sputnik look to it.
He spelt cold beer right too.
Well, I was impressed with that.
Immediately, that's what I looked
Yeah.
at.
I wondered what he was trying for. You know, the Kobe beef was what he was trying to put in there. Anyway, do you remember that guy carved that pumpkin and it looked like me when he?
Oh, that was insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna post that on
That
Halloween
picture.
again. Yeah.
It looked like nothing when it was.
I know.
And then when you lit it up, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
The detail was insane.
I'm
in
gonna run
thing.
that again.
Yeah, we should do that.
Halloween.
We should post that this week.
Yeah.
This next one is from Rassilon. Rassilon is a fan who's often in chat. He lives in Australia.
Oh wow.
So he's 12 hours ahead of us. And so when we do these Sunday night streams,
Well,
he's at the office on a Monday.
Find out what's gonna
I
happen
always
tomorrow.
ask him, yeah,
What's
how
gonna
is it,
happen
like, is
tomorrow?
it worth getting up or what? So he always sends me pictures as well. This came in from Rassilon. He said, I was looking at online at zombie survival kits, which tells you a lot about Rassilon.
This is a guy with spare time.
I guess he's either at work watching our stream or he's at work looking up zombie survival kits, and said look at what's on the docket. Of course, the roll of duct tape. Now, to me, I'm like, maybe you could use a couple rolls in a zombie apocalypse. I don't know if one roll is going to cut it, but I'm glad it made the list at least.
This is for the zombie apocalypse that's
so
imminent.
the zombies take over.
Right.
You're going to need a machete, an axe, first aid, spam.
Spam is always good.
Yeah, and some duct tape, and who knows what else is on that list. Yeah, so like here at this chat, right? Like this is Twitch, so there's like video games and that kind of pop culture. Right. Then we're in the red-green small sliver of it.
Yeah.
So zombie apocalypse is something people talk about in this world, and so sometimes it made me wonder. Like I feel like Possum Lodge, if that ever happened, Possum Lodge would do pretty well. Like they're pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah.
They might take them a while before they even realize.
The mascot is already dead, right?
Yeah, right?
So we got to leg up.
Play dead.
Yeah, play dead.
Yeah. They just go along with it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's good. All right, thank you, Rassilon, for that. And hope you get some work done today, bud. This came in from Lee. This would look like, I think it was like a do-it-yourselfer. So there's a picture of a smoke detector.
Oh, I get you.
And it says installed on,
the
where you're supposed to put the date. And the guy who wrote the ceiling. So that's real helpful. Yeah. And you notice, if you look closely at the writing, there's like a behind, it's like maybe he spelt it wrong the first time, and then went again in a dark.
Oh, it might have been somewhere else. It might have been the basement, and he moved it.
Yeah, it might have been.
I saw one the other day where it was some politician talking about nothing is built in America anymore. She got a TV and it said built-in antenna. She doesn't even know where that is.
Oh no, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Ricubus said zombies go after brains. Possum Lodge might be safe. Thank you for that, Lee. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. This one was also sent in by Lee. It says, got the cows ready for opening day of deer season tomorrow. So a nice clear label, cow. Just so that you know not to shoot it.
Okay, I don't know a lot, okay?
Yeah.
That for sure is not a cow.
You had one job.
What job? I don't know. That's a steer or something. Or let's just say it identifies male. Let's call it that way. That ain't no cow. Do you think that's a cow?
I don't.
Come
think
on,
that's
you
a cow.
know it's
Look
not
at
a
its
cow.
head. Like there's no.
Well,
way.
I don't go by that, but it's the undercarriage I'm looking at. That's not 4-wheel drive.
Thank you, Lee, for that. And next we have from Russell. Russell says he got a call from his wife, and then we've all probably gotten calls like this.
Not from his wife.
Not from his wife. Saying that the car won't start.
Yeah.
And the dashboard was showing a sign of a guy sitting on the toilet. So Russell asked her to send a picture of that.
What is that? The temperature?
Minus 4 degrees.
Yeah. Oh
it's
my
a guy
God.
sitting on a toilet. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you say back to the phone on that?
Well, the car crapped out.
Thank you for that,
Wow.
Russell. Okay. Now, next up, I wanted to show you guys. That's it for a mail call. Thank you guys for sending in your pictures every week, and please keep them coming. Love to get that from you guys. I'm going to show you our very own fellow streamer, Toei, who I believe is in chat. If you guys have been watching the stream a while, you know that Toei has been... she streams a video game that's like a Planet Coaster. It's like a roller coaster kind of video game. And let me see if I can get it up for you guys to see. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So Toei, a while back, sent us kind of an update on how her Planet, basically Possum Lodge, was going. It's sort of a roller coaster that, like a theme park that she's designed in this game. And she's added all these kind of red-green elements to it. So, Dad, you see over here, there's like the Handyman corner sign. Now, over here's like a midlife.
How big is that? Is this miniature or is this like...
So this is just all in a video game. It's all digital. It's not a model.
Oh, none of this exists.
None of it exists.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play it for you guys. Can you hear that if you put that on?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of work.
Right? That's a screen capture.
Yeah.
The red green show there. With the Harold's Gizmo on top. Yeah. Garth Arbold, Animal Control.
Wow.
With the big crocodile out front.
Oh, it's Hap Shaughnessy.
Hap's boat. With the oil drum.
Oh
And
my God. He used to take me out on the lake and then shut the boat off. You're stuck.
You got nowhere to go,
Nowhere
man.
to go. Wow, look at this.
That's like the duct tape roll, I guess. Kind of spinning ride.
It's a roulette wheel.
Rock Reef Brewery. And
Oh, yeah.
everywhere there's like these little nods.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Bill, such a,
Stunt show,
of course,
wow.
the black and white section of the park is the adventure park.
Holy cow.
Right?
That's a creative person.
Coming soon, Mike Hammer's Jailbreak, Salmonella's
Diner, yeah.
Very good.
Oh, that's excellent. Wow.
If you write anything on your computer.
All right.
Who is that? You don't know.
That was some video that's coming up next that none of us are going to watch.
Okay.
But thank you, Toei, for that. That was
excellent.
That was excellently done.
Wow.
Appreciate that. Okay, so I thought we get to a couple fan questions.
Yes.
And we'll just talk for a little bit until people are kind of bored.
Okay.
And then
Oops.
we're too late. And then we're actually going to watch an episode tonight. We're going to watch we're on season 7 is what we're just starting. We're supposed to be doing season 7 tonight. So we're going to watch season 7 episode 1. And Dad, we can have you kind of interact with the episode a little bit. If you have memories, hopefully some good ones.
Yeah.
And we can kind of interact about watching the episode together.
I could be annoying though, like talking over the.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Okay.
I like to just say whatever I think while they're watching the show, and everyone's like, "Shut up!" It's great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can do this.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, something that happened when Pat came on, people kind of asked me this, and just as we've watched the episodes together, we're always looking for. When does it look like the actors are actually kind of cracking and laughing?
Oh yeah.
In the scenes, because a lot of people, you get this question: is it even scripted?
Yeah.
And I'm always like, yes, it is. And we've done things where I've looked at scripts while we're going through this to show it is.
Yes.
But Duct Tape Possum, one of our avid fans, asked, do you recall offhand any sort of, he called them Harvey Korman moments, I guess that guy from the Carol Burnett show who would often crack up.
Yeah.
Right? Do you recall any of that kind of stuff happening? Or I guess I would even say, was someone worse at that? Was there someone who you could never get to crack? Like, do you recall any of that stuff happening on set?
I was probably the worst. And I even today, like when I do my.
You wrote it.
I wrote it. I know, but I wasn't expecting anyone to laugh. It's like when I'm on tour now. If the audience laughs, I have to work so hard not to laugh.
Yeah.
Because I was probably 90% relief, but the other part is like, yeah, I thought that was funny too. I can remember we did a scene. I think we were when we did the show in London that one year. I'm not exactly sure. It might have been the year
Season 3,
3 or 4 or something like that. And it was, and I used this clip on my last tour for the warm up before the show starts. And it was Harold reading a letter from a guy that had terrible handwriting.
Right.
And
Dead Bear, all that stuff.
And I'm really my Flavoline part of the pro-yam is Adventures with Boyle, stuff like that. So I'm sitting there and Pat's reading the whole thing, and I'm okay, and I got through it, and then he goes, BS. Well, I was gone, and the audience left. In fact, we tried it about 4 times. I never could get it, so all we did was I used the front part from one take, and I used the back part.
Because you never got one.
I never got it without him, because he could. He has eyes like dinner plates, and he said BS, and he looks at you like, oh God. That was pretty funny. I was probably the worst at it because the audience would make me laugh. Not the performers. I knew them, so then I had my
rehearsal with them.
Yeah, I had my deflector shields up for the performers, but the audience, when they would laugh, I would just be
nice.
Yeah.
Dare to Smile, who's also in chat tonight, who people should look at as member of the month next month. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Says,
congratulations.
Who is your favorite side character of the show?
Oh, boy.
And why is it Ranger Gord? Because Dare to Smile has, I'm going to say, a major crush on Ranger Gord.
Oh.
And his dimples.
Oh, yeah.
And so it has to be him. But
okay.
Really, who is your favorite side character? And if it's Ranger Gord, then that's fine.
Well, if you watch the show through the years, we went through a lot of actors. We have a lot of actors on the show, and sometimes we'd create a character and it didn't have any legs. Like it'd be good for 1 or 2 segments, and that'd be it. But the characters that had some potential to do more than a few episodes, it really honestly came down to who I wanted to work with. And if you notice, by season 7, 8, probably the one we're going to watch tonight, there were 3 guys. There was, well, obviously Pat McKenna, but on top of them there was Bob Bainborough, who played Dalton Humphrey, and Wayne Robson, who was Mike Hammer, and Jeff Lumby, who was Winston Rothschild of Rothschild Sewage and Septic Sucking Services. And those 3 guys, plus Pat, for me, were the backbone of the show. I could always rely on the super pro, great actors, and they're just always there. They're like my front line. They're my, and then I had bench strength.
Right.
I got to say, somebody like Ed Frid, he could make me laugh.
Yeah.
The
eyes.
The eyes, and just to talk about a guy in absolutely the worst job he could be in. He hates animals, was deathly afraid of animals, and he's the animal control. Anyway, so that was and of course Gordon Pinsent, Hap Shaughnessy.
Yeah.
He's such a great dramatic actor that he could sell a lie to you, and I really enjoyed him. But I would say those, McKenna and Bainborough and Lumby and Robson, that was my core.
Yeah,
guys.
they seem to be the engine the show ran on for the kind of biggest stretch of years.
Yeah, and that that one year when Pat wasn't there at all, it really fell onto their shoulders. And boy, did they ever step up? That was really they really saved the show in a way.
Yep. Real Chase TV just has a comment here. Uncle Red.
Yeah.
It's like we're back in Mia Max days. When are we doing that again? I grew up watching your show with my parents. It was the only time they'd be civil together as a child before their divorce. I plan on attending your live show in Cincinnati in March.
Great.
Thank you for providing a fun show and escape, even for a child like I was forever grateful.
Oh, isn't that nice? Thank you.
I tell you, we get... Hey, Mopar, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that. Thank you. We get comments like that in this chat often. People there's this good feeling about the show. It reminds me of my dad. It reminds me of this happier time. It was a breath of fresh air. When this person was in the hospital, we'd show them red, green, and they'd laugh or smile to it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get cool. It. We do meet and greets after the shows, and I get it now. Today, I get it these days. Like I've said this before, but it's most of the time it's women, like late 20s, early 30s, will say this is the show that she watched with her father. I mean, just, wow, that's really, you wouldn't
awesome.
expect that,
Yeah.
And they watched it together. It wasn't like she's up watching it on her phone in the bedroom and he's down in the workshop. Anyway, it's nice, It's just, we were just doing stuff that we wanted to do, we thought was funny, and to find people out there that share that is nice.
Kiefer Skunk, who's one of our moderators, obviously, with a name like that,
Yeah, you have to
instantly became a moderator, says they have a real Winston Rothschild in my area, a guy who came out to pump out septic tank and said he actually likes the job and can joke about it, etc. That really threw me for a loop. That's funny. I recall that, didn't that character, like, Peter Wildman used to tell a story about having a septic guy who would, who kind of looked down on Peter for being a writer. Being like, I wouldn't want that job, kind of a comment.
Yeah.
And
how can you stand going to work in the morning?
Can you imagine
Well, when we created the Lumbee thing, the Winston Rothschild character, we were combining, like Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker.
Yes.
This is a be all you can be.
Yes.
Septic guy.
Right. And and Anthony, who he listened to, was sort of a direct parody. Yeah.
So we're kind of like, he's just taking life and running with
Let's
it.
go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is
kind
dangerous. A word, run, it's septic. But yeah. Someone brought up this last week.
On one of the shows, he said, Red, it's the last thing people stop doing. And it's kind of like...
Nasty. Suntop came in last week and said, I was talking about word games. It said, I was going to remind you about the 2 episodes that used the word. I got busy this week and forgot to remind you. He seems to think 2 episodes used the same word for the word game. No. Is that even possible? I guess it's possible. It's not likely, though.
I can actually look that up, but I would be shocked.
Yeah, I'd be shocked, too.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
We need proof.
I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Who said from Harris, also in chat. Harris from Oklahoma City, often here in chat with us, says, 2 questions. One was, who is your favorite other writer for the show?
Okay, I'm going to answer that now.
Sure.
Oh, it has to be Rick. I mean, Rick...
Sorry, go ahead. Present company excluded, I guess. You can't say your son because, I get it. Go ahead.
Well, okay, Rick helped me create the show.
Yeah.
For the first year, at least. He and I were the only writers.
Yeah.
And then we added from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You after that.
I wrote a few words one season.
No, you did great. You did a great job. But you gave it.
I'm not fishing.
Like,
What's
when
up?
did you start?
Season 16, I think. Right after it ended. Yeah. I had some good ideas.
Anyway, no, but no, I can't.
Yeah, Rick.
I can't.
Like, how can you?
Just quantity wise, it's just like he and I would just pump out material, and we just thought this is the craziest show we've ever done. It's just.
Which is saying something. You both have done some wacky stuff.
And the campfire songs. I mean,
yeah.
I wrote every single one of the campfire songs. And I'd have a piece of paper under the bench. And like when the camera stopped, I'd pick up the piece of paper. I'd look at it and go, okay. And then just start playing and sing. I just, oh my God.
Did you know the music for them before?
Oh, hell no.
Or you just made the tune up?
Okay, I'll do this. Yeah. Well,
that's great.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Classics. And the second part of his question, which is not really related, Harris just came on last week and said he and his wife are pregnant, and they kind of made that announcement.
Oh, nice.
So we're all super happy. And he was sort of like, what advice do you have for a new father?
Dave has an older brother, Max is his name, and he also works in the company. And they're both good guys, don't get me wrong. But I think the key for us, Max was he was a difficult baby. He cried all the time, and nothing was wrong with him, So
some things never change.
And so after about a month, of us trying everything, we came to a turning point where everything started to go better. And I was lying in bed with my wife at 2:00 in the morning with Max crying in his room. And I turned to her and I said, let's face it, we've made a horrible mistake. Things got so much better after that. So that, as a new father, start with that premise.
Come face to face with that.
And then it only gets better.
Nice. Nice. Trucking Gamer says, one question, did you or will you ever come back to the UK on a tour? Oh, every once in a while we get viewers from the UK. I don't even know how they get the show.
No.
And they ask stuff like that. Raslan's like, come to Australia. I'm like, we're not coming to Australia. Are you serious?
The show was on in Australia.
Yeah.
For about, how long's the show? Half hour? 20 minutes. It was on for 20 minutes in Australia. Never been on the UK as far as I know.
Yeah.
Must be through YouTube.
I don't know what they're watching.
Maybe through YouTube.
Maybe through YouTube.
Yeah.
It must be. They came to it late or something. I think it was on in Australia for longer than that. Raslan has seen a lot of the episodes. And he told me he watched like Beachcombers and stuff.
Oh.
Like, so other Canadian shows, I guess, had been sold down there. I don't really...
Yeah, maybe they sold shows by the pound back in those days.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, one of the problems that we have is people who like the show tend to really, really like it.
Yeah.
And they can't imagine that anybody else wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
So,
right.
You get somebody really enthusiastic, and then you go there, and you got him there and his wife who he dragged.
And they really want to be there, yeah. And then nobody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
So, yes, trucking, if you're willing to pay for all of the seats, for all of the theaters in the entire tour, then we still won't come.
No. Definitely not.
And you have to laugh really loud. M Detector says, isn't next year the 40th anniversary of the Red Green character because he started on Smith & Smith and so on?
This year is. This is 2018. It was 1978. I remember it well.
That's when I was born.
There you go. Yep. And it was just, it was like a 2-minute bit on a TV show my wife and I had. And I remember just sitting there and saying, "Oh, welcome to the lodge. How'd you come up? Did you come up 12 or did you come up 11? I usually come up 11, but this time I come up 12. And all the time I'm coming up, I'm thinking, wonder what's going on over at 11. Thought about jogging over from 12 to 11 just to see, how it was going. Never did. And here I am. But I'll be going back tomorrow, and I think I'll go back 11. So it was that kind of just stupid.
Yeah, just talk.
I'm not sure it was even written at that point. But people just thought, what in the heck is that? And then away we went.
So one thing we've talked about on the show before, too, is that back just talking about Smith & Smith, I recall, and I may misremember, you can correct me, that coming out of Smith & Smith, going into your own, like Smith & Smith and then Me and Max and Comedy Mill, and then doing the other thing, I thought it was a bit of a decision for you between Red, Green, and Jim Bob. Mm-hmm. I thought, for some reason, those were two characters you were considering building a show around, and you went with the Red, Green character. Mm-hmm. So am I correct in remembering it that way? Were there other possibilities for you other than Red, Green?
No, and Jim Bob was never in the running.
Never in the running.
It was for some people. They thought the Jim Bob character was
okay. So that was a thing, but not from you.
Not from me.
Okay.
Because in about 1982 or something, the station had Wednesday night hockey. And they never knew when it would end. It might end at 10:35, might end at 10:38, you know what I mean? Mm. So they needed a program to get from there to 11 o'clock.
Oh.
A program that could be flexible.
A gap.
So they came to me, and we, your mom and I were still doing Smith & Smith, and they said, would you be interested in doing the Red Green character as just a filler?
So do it live?
Yeah.
For that amount of time? Like, we need 18 minutes, go.
Yeah.
Talk about Highway 12.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And, I was flattered, and I didn't do it, but it stuck in my mind of like, okay, there's something in that character. And plus we were getting, a lot of mail on it and everything, so it was the only thing I was going to do. When we were in that transitional period coming out of Comedy Mill, and I was going to do this show, Red Green. Rick and I had worked together before. 6 months. This is going to be a one-season show. This show's never going past one season. So it was going to be our summer job. And,
And there we go. Okay. All right, let's get going with this episode, or else I'm going to have you here till about midnight.
No.
But thank you for that. Folks in chat, I know typically I'm a little more interactive with what you're typing. A lot of you probably have asked the same question 4 or 5 times and I've missed it. I apologize.
It's my fault.
But this is just how it goes.
It's my fault. Maybe I can read one.
When Dad's here, you got to let him have his time. This is what this is for.
This monitor is not my prescription.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll tell you if anything interesting happens over there. All right, we're going to start the episode. This is Season 7, Episode 1.
It's our first season on CBC.
Now, Dad, just so you know, we are still going to be on camera.
Oh.
We're going to be, see
down the
corner? See over here? We're down this little corner.
See, yeah.
So don't, take your pants off or something. Oh, gosh.
Can I put them back on?
All right. So this is Season 7. This is first time on CBC.
Yeah.
So this is That's a fun sound, isn't it?
It's the new Red Ring Show! And now, here's the Julius Caesar of Possum Lodge. He came, he saw, he conked out. Your hero, my Uncle Red Ring!
Who is that? Who is,
The Julius Caesar of Possum Lodge. He came...
What did it say?
Who's Mark Farrell written by? I know Peter, I know Rick, I
Mark
know
Farrell's
Bob.
stand-up comic.
Oh, okay. Canadian guy?
Yeah.
He saw, he
Did you just
conked
write that
out.
season?
Your hero, my Uncle
Yeah.
Red
Yeah.
Ring!
Might have just been that show. I don't know.
Don't-
Oh, yeah. I don't know. He probably wrote the whole season. This is like 97 or something.
MC Player, thank you for the bits. Appreciate them.
Possum Lodge.
Here's
Boy,
a
oh
guy,
boy,
Bob
big,
Andrew.
big week at the lodge this week. Got a real special
Gordon
event
Jensen.
planned.
There's Gordo.
Our very first ever running of the bulls.
Oh, yeah.
You remember this one?
Yeah, we all got a touch of the Pampelona.
Yeah. I had that one time. A couple of spoonfuls of Modium and keep your running shoes on.
No, Uncle Red. Pampelona's a city in Spain where they have the real running of the bulls.
Oh, yeah, I know. But ours will be just as good, Harold. Why, I'll tell you, the idea of a bunch of bulls chasing our guys down the main street's got everybody pretty revved up around here.
You know, it's funny. I'll just pause it there. We've noticed over the years how the show would have an opening.
Yeah.
And the opening, changed from the season 1 to, we talked about, like, your ribs, the spare bones, blowing them off the stump or whatever.
Yeah.
So people get a kick out of that. And then the kind of saxophone New Red Green show.
Right.
And then it's sort of like you found this formula by now where that opening still happens, but and there was one season where you kind of were fishing on the dock at the start.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
But eventually what seemed to work really well was just starting off
Content.
in the lobby right
Give
away.
them content. Well,
And eventually it turns to Handyman Tips.
right?
Yeah.
But the premise was get them so far into the show because they're hooked on something that it's too late to go to another show. You've already missed the plot somewhere else.
That's what most marriages are based on, I think.
And hardly any shows were doing that. And now you watch TV now.
They
almost
all
all
start
of them do. They start, give you
cold
content.
start.
Yep.
Interesting.
You know, it sounds pretty dangerous to me. You know, if anybody gets hurt, your name is Mud.
Harold, when I'm being chased by an angry bull, I'll take any name but Gord.
Yes,
And then cue.
This whole animation thing is a couple of guys. Man,
Do you know who did that animation?
Here are a few clips from
Somebody
this
from-
episode.
Yeah.
Harold tells me this is what the big shows do now, to get you to watch, kind of a preview, kind of a teaser thing. How do you like it? Let us know. Just call 1-800.
RJ Canuck says, Mark Farrell is the guy who makes the shirt is flat comment on the opening of the first Corner Gas episode.
There you go.
Good job,
An
RJ.
hour to go till the test run of the running of the bulls. I guess you could call that the test running of the bulls.
Uncle Red, have you thought this through?
How do you mean?
Nothing, never mind, stupid question.
Well, we got our 2 bulls, and they're ready to go, so all we got to do is throw on our running shoes and start yelling oy vey.
I think you mean Olay.
No, these bulls are kosher. And boy, they're big, and boy, they're mean looking, Harold, and I don't think they've been on a date for a while. If you know what I mean, and I'm sure you do.
Uncle Red, you're just gonna get so terribly hurt. Do you actually think you can outrun an angry charging bull?
I don't have to, Harold. All I have to do is outrun at least one lodge member. Don't worry about me. I think you should worry about old man Cedric.
Or Buster Hatfield?
Oh yeah, he's no Donovan Bailey.
Beetle Bailey.
And for sure I can outrun you, Harold.
I'm not participating. This is a potentially dangerous event.
I know it's not as fulfilling.
Oh, hold on. Kenko Pin said, is that a Commodore 64 on Harold's controller device? Kenko, thank you for putting that gizmo up in chat, whoever did that afterwards. It is an electrosonic keyboard. I get that question a lot in here. What is that gizmo thing? That keyboard, it looks Commodore 64-ish, but believe me, if you start going down that rabbit hole on the internet, you'll find it's not a Commodore 64 keyboard. And then you'll start emailing me and other people saying, but it's not, what is it? No, it's electrosonic. It was a special keyboard on special computers bought by CHCH-TV that were designed to tally votes or something in like a municipal or city vote in the years before the show started. And then a couple of the guys who worked at CH held onto it and made the gizmo out of it.
Yeah, you know, for years I said it was a Commodore 64.
Yeah, that's what I always said.
So that was the problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spread the.
But I know it's an Ampeg 1200 control board that it's hanging under.
Right. Yep. It's an electrosonic something.
Sitting at the computer for 6 hours
I
on
can
the
already hear
internet
that. Can you turn
arguing
that up?
about whether Captain
Can you
Kirk
turn
is
that
better
up in
than
my
Captain
headphones?
Picard.
Are you too low?
Picard is.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe
For the guys that are running with the bulls, Harold, this is a display of
Put it on,
courage,
see if I did that, yeah.
manhood, and heart.
And heart attacks.
I got it off completely now.
Oh, your kite got caught in the high tension wire. You
I can
thought
hear
you
it.
could get it down. So you leaned your ladder up against the pole and you heard a funny sound. You climbed and way up to the top where the ladder touched the transformer. You grabbed the wire to free your kite and you noticed your hand getting warmer. Oh, sparks flew out and away you went with one arm noticeably enlarged. Now normally the cops would make an arrest, but they could see you'd already been charged.
Question.
Yeah.
Different seasons use different guitars.
Yeah.
The classic Smith & Smith guitar, I still have. That's the guitar I'm using for my guitar lessons.
Nice.
But this one, I don't know what this is. Is this yours as well? Or do you recall this guitar at all? Because you used this a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, it's just a prop,
Just
you
a
know.
prop.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
they got for me. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably up at the Nash Farm. Maybe we were shooting that with a.
Yeah, I feel like most of these were.
Yeah.
Maybe some
go at
years
night.
you went somewhere else.
We
but-
go at night, and we had in a normal season we do 24 episodes, and so we'd go up and do 24 campfire songs.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a
We'd
lot of
get there
campfire
at dark, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and by midnight we're done. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like take two was unheard of.
Yeah.
People say to me, "Do you have a tape of your outtakes?" I
Yeah.
say, "Yeah, every episode.
You're watching.
You're watching our outtakes."
The old Handyman corner sign.
Man, this sounds good. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the super
Got a
wide.
real complicated
limo?
handyman project on this week's
That
show.
didn't take you very long.
As you can see, this vehicle here has
Recognize
got a
the
little
car.
unscheduled bodywork on her, and she's kind of unsafe and ugly right now, which is a lot more acceptable in a person than it is in a car. And over here, if you'll see, we got almost the
I went by the Nash Farm like a month or two ago. They're like putting houses, like
Oh, yeah.
townhouses up on.
Yeah, well, that deal there was he had sold the farm, but nothing was going to happen until after he and his wife had passed away.
Oh, is that what it was?
So he didn't mind anything we did,
I see. It wasn't a working sort of
No.
farm at the time.
No.
It certainly wasn't.
He was a great guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don
identical
Nash.
unit over here and different sides
always
on
come
this.
out if
This
we
is
were
actually
going
the result of
somewhere.
a little test we ran up to see if Mercury Creek Bridge was wide enough for two cars. Can't really talk any more about that till after the inquest. Anyway, I'm going to show you what the creative handyman does when he's got two identical side swipe vehicles. Actually, I got the idea of watching them action movies. I really like the action movies because at my age, it's about all the action I'm going to see. I'm going to show you how to make a Hummer. You know what a Hummer is?
Oh, yeah,
One of
Hummer.
things they use
What's the
like
Hummer?
on
Putting the
Desert
two
Storm.
hatchbacks
I don't know why
together.
they call it a
Yeah.
Hummer, but
This is one of the better.
you got anything
better
that's
ones.
12 feet wide, it's a Hummer, believe me. You know who has them is the military and Hollywood celebrities. So that makes sense, because those are two groups that really spend money wisely. Right? So what we're going to do, we're going to connect these two cars together
Now
side
this
by
shot
side.
coming up
Of course, the first thing we have to do
is remove the
is
doors.
get the doors off them.
I love this shit.
Try to imagine
they fold-
being the cameraman. He's
No,
up on a
I think she's
ladder,
5/8.
right? So if I drive through and either hit him or,
Oh,
you know,
can I just interrupt?
yeah,
Something we've noticed as we watch these episodes
Yeah.
is your proficiency
yes,
with the sledge,
yes,
the pickaxe, like a surgeon.
Pickaxe. I can be within a half inch. They'd put a mark on the car. and
Yeah,
I'd
you
put
could
right
nail
in
it.
there. Yep.
Very impressive stuff.
Thank you. Now here we go. Don't
This.
keep the camera. He's up on a ladder.
Okay.
we don't know what's going to happen.
Kind of reminds you of a rocker, doesn't it? The doors.
Were those pre-taken off the doors? Or did they come off?
No, I cut them with a acetylene torch.
So they were real.
Just a 1/4 inch holding on, yeah.
Gotcha. That's a question I get a lot too, is how real are these? How much production was in them? And it kind of varies a bit, but often there was something going on behind that.
Yeah, we had to take it to just to the point where we knew it would break off because we didn't have 4 cars. It had to work.
It had to work,
Use Handyman secret weapon, duct tape. But don't skimp on the duct tape, just to save a buck or two. It's at highway speeds. You'll be glad that you spent the big dollar. I wonder how much cost so much. It's all the duct tape. You're probably wondering, how's this going to work? Well, I'm going to tell you. First of all, you start up this unit. You leave her in neutral. Saves gas, eh? What about steering, you're thinking?
Hey?
Don't worry about it.
That's on the
I
right.
duct tape the front wheels together.
Is that the right side of
This
the
is
car?
not just a Hummer.
No, it's the left side.
This is a Hummer Dinger. Seats 10.
Oh, yeah.
Got 2 separate heaters. 2 separate radios, so you don't get into the arguments over which station you're listening to. Well, anybody can have a stretch limo. We got a squat limo. I didn't stretch the budget. I didn't pay squat. Let's see how she handles.
That's me starting the other one.
Women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy.
Man, oh man.
Right?
And this
I'll be back.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
Look at this.
So what was making that happen?
There's a guy in the other car.
On the other car?
Yeah.
I want to talk to you couples out there who may be a little bit confused as to why relationships are so difficult. They say it's bad to generalize, but it's something I really enjoy. So here's the thing, okay? Men are interested in cars. Women are interested in gardening. Yeah, think about that, eh? I mean, not all men like cars. Some like motorcycles and trucks.
Very
But
socially
you gotta admit,
progressive.
you see more men at car shows than you see more women at gardening shows. Eh? That's important. That'll help you understand why they see relationships differently. See, because women see a relationship like a garden. You gotta put a lot of work into it. You gotta fuss over it. You gotta turn over the ground, add more flowers, a little fertilizer. Whereas men see a relationship like a car. Once they've made a commitment to have one, they really expect it to go at least 5 years without any serious maintenance. Oh, yeah.
Those are real cheers from the crowd.
Yeah.
See, women enjoy working on a relationship. They see that as part of the fun. Men see that as a sign that there's some serious mechanical problem. And maybe that's why when there is a serious problem, women try to dig down deeper and get to the roots. Whereas, unfortunately, a lot of men try to trade up. Remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together.
Where did that line come from?
It was
Such a popular one now.
Yeah, it was the script Peter Wildman had written, I think, for one of these midlives.
Yep.
He finished it off that way, and I really liked that.
It's really good.
Yeah, so I just stuck with it.
It seems to work so well.
Yeah.
You take a simple idea like a couple of bulls chasing people down the main street.
Thank you for the
And you
bits,
think to
MC
yourself,
Player. Appreciate
what
it.
could possibly go wrong?
Oh, yeah. Look at the strap.
Oh, yeah. He's working it, eh?
Yeah.
He doesn't just enter.
No.
Look at this idiot.
Look at you.
You have no interest in girls, do you, Harry?
See, that's good.
Not dressed like this to impress girls.
Well, it's working, believe me.
I'm going to be officiating the big event, the running of the bulls.
No, Harold, it's not going to be a running of the bulls. We had a few problems.
What kind of problems?
Well, during the test run, we found out that Junior Singleton's starter pistol is not a starter pistol. So right away, we're down to 1 bolt. And, We got her going, though, with the one bull, and it was chasing everybody pretty good. And then Moose Thompson decided he wanted to double back for his lucky hat.
Now, over Harold's shoulder here,
Yeah.
you see the board with pictures.
Yeah.
Now, there was a board with pictures on it back in the CH days as well. It seemed to be like, it was like fans sending in stuff.
Yeah.
And some of it was behind the scenes stuff, but most of it was fan submissions,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And so that continued into season 7, I'm assuming? That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
yeah,
board
yeah.
is,
Oh, yeah, yep, yep. You know, if something would come in and we'd stick it up there.
It's pretty neat to have...
People could see their own picture up there. Only they would know it was there, yeah.
Yeah, but that's... Not a lot of shows just stick...
No.
Yeah. Well, we had one of the sets, I guess, where you wouldn't really notice if there was a slightly different clutter this time.
yeah. That's probably true.
Ran straight into the bull?
No, he cut around the side street there, but he still nailed the bull pretty good.
Like head on?
More of a T-bone.
Confetti Yankee, you want
Actually,
GIF on
40
Harold Matador?
T-bones, a
Okay,
monster
I like
rump
it.
roast, and 900 pounds of hamburger.
Oh, that's awful. Poor little
I'll pause it there too. Dare to Smile said, my dad is watching and wants to know if anything was saved from the set. Most of the stuff from the set that what I recall was donated back to Mr. Used.
Yeah.
Right? And then he eventually, when they went out of business, they had like an auction and sold most of the stuff off to try to save it. And, and they sold a lot of it off, but unfortunately still weren't able to save the business, essentially.
Well, he wanted to get out of the business.
Oh, he wanted to get out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. He had stored the set for 20 years, no charge. So then he asked me if I would auction it. I said, yeah, let's auction it off, and he can
Just keep the money.
Keep the money.
Yeah.
And he did really well with it.
That's good.
Now, the lodge setting we use for our lodge meetings is stuff from this.
Yeah. You've got components of
components,
it. Yeah.
Props and stuff.
You got the podium and the wooden sign.
The wood stove.
The canoes. I don't know. Were the canoes on the real set? Or
they were on the real set, yep.
Where the heck were they?
Well, it wasn't until later because we used them for the PBS fundraising. We had a green team and a red team. So
that was why that's green and red.
Yeah.
I think one of them is. I think they're both. It's like one canoe. I think.
Oh, maybe cut it.
And the other one was painted. And one was painted the other way. I think
Yeah.
Max and I discovered that the other day when we were. Hanging a screw on it. We're like, hey, wait a sec. This is just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Big bull?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Well, there's an upside. Yeah. This whole silly event has to be canceled.
No problem. Dare to Smile.
No,
You
we're not gonna
keep your
cancel
dad's
it.
questions coming.
Find something else to run, that's all. We're going to have the running of the moose. I'm going to go tell Moose about it right now. He'll be conscious by now.
How can you tell?
I'll tell him you said that, Harold.
Don't tell him I said it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the expert portion of the show, where we examine those
What do you
three
think of
little
the
words
shirt
that
from
men
season
find
7?
so hard to
What's
say.
that?
What do you think of the shirt?
It's a shirt. Marchwork Warehouse.
Yeah.
On this week's
Never
portion
failed.
of the experts, we have joining my Uncle Red is his best friend in the whole wide room, Mr. Hap Shaughnessy.
Whole wide room.
There he is.
This week's letter goes as follows. Dear expert. Some people believe in life after death and some people don't. Who's right? I've seen your show and I figure you guys must know what happens after you die.
I don't think anybody in their right mind can answer that question.
I can.
You died, Mr. Shaughnessy? When did that happen?
At the Seoul Olympics in '88. I ran the marathon representing the nation of Sierra Leone. During the marathon, I died of a heart attack at the 52-mile mark.
Marathons are only 26 miles.
No one told me that. I thought you had to run there and back. So just as I reached what I thought was the finish line, which turned out to be the starting line again, I collapsed of a heart attack and I died.
Well, I say we have a funeral immediately.
My spirit, or my soul, or whatever you want to call it, was floating. I could see I was lying there.
Oh, everybody can see you're lying there.
I remember a beautiful woman, and I was working on some pottery, and I remembered a door and a penny sliding on the door. And that's all I remember about the afterlife. Then a doctor revived me, and I was back on Earth, in Korea. I was so excited, I treated everyone to a banquet of dog. That's a Korean delicacy. It tastes a lot like wolf.
Tastes a lot like wool.
Just going back a bit to your memories of afterlife. You know, that pretty woman with the pottery.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's that bit about the penny and the door.
Yep.
Yeah, those are both scenes out of the movie Ghost.
I was a technical advisor on that movie.
Oh,
Because they wanted it to be accurate. So in answer to this letter, I would say yes, there is an afterlife waiting for us, and it's full.
Yeah, unfortunately, the afterlife is full of the same stuff this one is. Got a little camping trip.
He was
on,
so great
this
doing
week's
those
adventure
things.
with Bill.
These guys are just saying they thought Hap cracked there.
Yeah, he
in that
may have.
scene.
Yeah. He used to get the scripts and read them to his wife, and they said the two of them were just laughing hysterically. He was just a great guy. It was good stuff.
How you doing there, Bill? Oh, you're fine. Yeah, we like to get out in the outdoors or get a little exercise, you know. It's good for you. I enjoy the backpacking myself.
Backpack on it, good.
Anyway, Bill kind of picked out a
So
spot
I think
there
this is Nash Farm as well, right? But
Yeah,
just
I
a
think
little bit
so.
out from the
Yeah,
down that road. A bit.
Yeah, down the path there.
I just thought I'd send out
What
the
a great
forest little bit.
location in terms of all the
Didn't
different
realize
looks you
unfortunately,
can
Yeah.
I put that tree right between Bill's legs. Just happened all that off and up at the lodge. No, you can back up. I'll back her up. Oh, for God's sake. Boy. Oh, he's fine. You know, camping is a very personal thing, and you can know a lot about a camper by what they carry in their backpack. I kind of go light, and Bill, he goes cable. Anyway, we got all our stuff out there, and it's time to roll out the
Yeah,
bedrolls.
it's a TV like that.
Oh, Bill, you're supposed to hang on to the one end. Away you go. Away you go. Go get it. Away you go. Away you go. Go get it. Away you go. We get a little more speed going there, Bill. Look out.
Oh, I think I was there this day because I remember shaking the van.
That's when I knew you could be a star.
Away you go.
If we could time the van shake
Go
correctly.
get it.
Let's see it
Away you
again.
go. We get a little more speed going there, Bill. Look out.
Right. Oh, a little late.
No,
All
it's
right,
perfect.
perfect.
Tired now.
The comedic timing was
Yeah.
on point. Overalls of holding +4.
There.
Exactly,
Oh.
Zeno.
All right. Later that day, Bill got into bed, everything fine. And then, yeah.
He's in the hole underneath it.
Anyway, we got ourselves all set. Bill's all set. A lot of mosquitoes, so Bill had kind of zipped himself up there like a sausage roll. And you know what? He'd gotten in there a little too quick, and he had neglected to put down one of the key components in any camping trip, the ground sheet. Right, Bill? A little soggy, is it, Bill? And not from the inside this time. Yeah. No. And this is starting to, Bill. You didn't put down your ground sheet. That's
We got a
not good.
question. How many Bill dummies did the show go through?
I think we only had 2,
Yeah.
and they were a lot of fun to throw around.
They got pretty beat up.
Graham Greene said it was his favorite character.
The dummy.
Yeah.
Put that down, you'll be fine.
It doubled as some other characters
doesn't want
every
to go to
once
the
in a
sleeping
while.
bag.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
usually just
That's
Bill.
true.
I remember it was really hard to get the clothes on and off.
Yeah.
I tried to get it would be Pat McKenna one scene and it'd be like,
no
oh,
joints. Yeah.
yeah, and it's all the cloth was really sticky with
Yeah,
the
that's
flannel
right.
shirts and
Yeah,
stuff.
where you go, Bill? And Bill,
Yeah, and there was no
you need any
skeleton.
help?
Now this sleeping bag,
Yeah.
like it's in Ranger Gord's tower.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking all 15 seasons.
Yeah.
I swear that's like you guys had that at the cottage. That's like
Yeah.
our sleeping bag.
I think it is. Yeah.
It's amazing how much stuff from our houses
Oh, geez,
ended
yeah.
up on this.
We had no money.
No.
Well, in my way. You know. There, he's all set. Jump into bed, Bill. Away you go. Good night. Now you're fine.
Yeah, Bill does his own stunts, absolutely.
Okay. So they had their test running of the bulls, right?
Yeah, Link, the dummy wasn't
Now,
union, so it
you
was
got
good.
this guy named Moose, and for good reason, okay? And he's chasing all the other men down right down the center of town, right? So, okay, that's all you really need to know. Uncle Red, come on in here. Come on in here, Uncle Red.
Every once in a while, somebody in chat recognizes
them what
the
happened.
dart on the door humor.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
rare, but every once
Yeah,
in a while,
yeah.
someone goes,
That's true, because they were chugging along pretty well on the straightaway.
Right in the face.
And then we hit the sharp curve in the middle of town there.
Right in front of the yogurt stand.
All the way home, I was afraid some health nut was going to start licking me.
Well, the good news is, you know, that this crazy event of yours is mercifully a lost cause.
Oh, no. It's not over till I quit, and I'm not quitting. We're going to do the whole running thing again, only this time we're going to use a lion.
A lion?
A lion.
A lion?
Yeah.
A lion like what? Like a 10-foot razor-fang man-eating lion?
Well, sort of. We're going to use the lion from Flinty McClintock's African Lion Safari.
Flinty's lion?
Yeah.
That's a mangy, old, arthritic, dyspeptic, senile, toothless, half-blind lion. That thing is... Actually, I heard it was a deformed pig. That's what I heard. You're gonna have to put on a skateboard and wheel it through town. Flinty's not gonna lend it to you anyway.
Kiefer asked, did Bob Deutsch do all the music on this show? Like the background music for Adventures, the dorky 80s music for Harold's early segments, etc.
Yes.
So other than the campfire songs then, anything musical you hear was probably Bob Deutsch?
Yeah, definitely Bob Deutsch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Adventures with Bill music was music he had written for like a national, what do they call it, National Film Board documentary.
Oh, like a real documentary?
Yeah, like on, canoeing in Algonquin Park, kind of thing.
Did that get made and produced?
I guess so, but he owned the rights. It was his.
It's his.
He
It's his
wrote the
music.
thing. Yeah.
That's why we don't sell it like a ringtone, probably, because Bob Deutsch owns it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he played it for me, and I thought, well, that's perfect because it's just so against what you're looking at. You know?
Yeah. Okay, internet. It's your job to find that documentary, Canoeing in Algonquin.
Yeah, something like that.
With Adventure with Bill. Bob Deutsch.
I'll tell you what. You track down Bob Deutsch at Grand Avenue Studio in Hamilton. He'll know.
He gives you that lion, his whole lion safari is just gonna be a bunch of snow fences holding back chickens.
How about that mink ranch outside of town?
Oh yeah, that place with the little wee corrals.
Yeah. Hey, we'll have the running of the minks. Does that say class to you?
Oh yeah. Third.
Confetti says, did most of the budget go towards Harold's
The
costumes?
repair shop part of the show that we call...
He had
repair
some
shop.
dandies.
You're not trying.
Remember repair shop?
Yeah.
Dalton Humphreys brought something in for us to fix. What'd you bring us there, Dalton?
Yeah, well, Red, you know, today I was hoping you could fix my tennis racket here. Just got that last week.
John McEnroe have a garage sale, did he?
No, that's brand new, Red. Can you fix it?
Boy, I don't know, Dalton.
See, this is a titanium graphite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and those strings are made from snow leopard gut.
You know, it almost looks like it's been bent around a post or something.
Yeah. No, my wife did that. Did it right around her knee.
Wow.
Yeah. Anne Marie's a smallish woman, but boy, when those hormones kick in, she's got just a power to her, right?
Yeah. So did she break the strings too?
No, we did that together.
Oh.
Yeah. May I?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. It was this kind of look.
Oh, yeah.
See, she just had an impressive overhead smash. She just really got all of it.
Yeah. Are you,
How good is he? Eh?
He's good.
you having problems at home of any kind?
Oh, no. No.
You know, it's funny, again, being on Twitch, right? All these video game players and fans.
Yeah.
There's like this big video game came out last year called Far Cry 5 and sold a tons of copies, lots of people playing it. And, you know, halfway, 3/4 of the way through the game, one of the characters voiced by Bob Bainborough.
Wow.
So the next time I streamed, all these people in chat are like, have you played Far Cry 5?
Wow.
It's Bob Bain-" I'm like, yeah.
Oh, good for him.
It's hilarious, yeah.
Oh, no, nothing serious, Red. You know, we recently had our 20th wedding anniversary.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Which I forgot.
Oh.
Tried to pass off this tennis racket as an anniversary gift, and apparently Anne Marie isn't a big tennis fan.
Well, that's too bad, Dalton. But congratulations on the 20th anniversary. That's silver, isn't it?
You know, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what it's not. It's not titanium graphite.
Well, the running of the mink was not an unqualified success.
Does casualties. It was like guys were trampled and stomped and bitten. One woman pulled a muscle laughing so hard.
You know, Harold, what I couldn't figure out was how come the minks all went up to inside of Junior's pants like that?
Well, it's because he keeps food in his pockets all the time. Those minks just whiz right up there.
Yeah. So did Junior.
Boy, he went crazy, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
It became the running of the Junior.
Yeah.
Boy, he was knocking things over and smashing into people and trampling over them. Boy, oh boy, I had no idea Junior could move so fast.
Well, Harold, you know, you get a dozen mink in your shorts and you get the adrenaline. But you know, I think people got their money's worth on that.
Yeah, tickets were free, so I think so too.
Yeah. No, Harold. It's just a meeting.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it's just, you know,
Yeah.
I was
He's
just doing
having a
that.
good time, right?
For your own sake, I'm going downstairs.
Yeah, all right. I want to get the mink laughing. Okay, if my wife is watching, I'll be coming straight home after the meeting. And, you know, you've always said you'd like to have the experience of the feel of real mink. Might want to check with Junior on that. And to the rest of you, thanks for watching. On behalf of myself and Harold and the whole gang up here at Possum Lodge, you keep your stick on the ice.
Linkerick says, is Pat just naturally that good at delivering his lines?
Yeah, he is.
One of
He
a
is
kind.
that good.
Sit down because it gets really grumpy if you're standing high. How are you?
Now, one thing we like to watch for at the meeting scenes is that every once in a while someone will have their vest on upside down.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to keep our eyes
Yeah.
on it.
Get him up, Harold. Get him up.
Okay, all rise.
Flat Beers, thank you for the tips. No word can say how happy I am to have found this on Twitch.
Okay, I got
Oh,
each first announcement. It's look, here's a
thank you,
beautiful
Flat
sale.
Beers. Welcome.
22
There's Bob
megabytes
Dyson,
with
yeah.
25
Was he on there?
quad,
Yeah.
Big hard
Nice.
drive, lots of bytes.
Green Gable?
Big output, compatible with most male to male, female to male. I'm sorry, this is a personal ad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Nice.
That was fun.
That was good. It's a good episode.
Yeah, McKenna's just so good. They're all so good.
They're all so
what a
good.
pleasure to work with those guys.
Oh, no, I didn't write this one down, but I did want to ask you this. So this is the more newer SNS logo things.
Yes.
The old one was the kind of almost like Monty Python-ish machine with the
Oh, yeah,
with
the crank.
with the crank
Yeah, that was from Comedy Mill.
from Comedy Well.
Yeah.
And does the guy say, "Ha ha ha! Boy, this is too much." It's much.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Sometimes people in chat are like, "I think it's fun. This
No,
is too
too
fun."
much. This is
I'm
too
like, "I
much.
think it's much." Do you know who did that voice?
I'm gonna say Joey Edwards. I think his name was.
Okay, because it sounded like someone that I've like heard him do other things, but maybe it's just familiar.
Yeah, I think it was Joey Edwards.
Joey Edwards. Okay, cool.
That was,
Cool.
Thanks. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks
Boy,
for.
that's a long time. That's 31 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that right? 21 years ago.
21 years ago.
21 years
Whatever. Yeah.
It's all the same. To
Feels
me.
like 31.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we? I was just gonna announce quick too while we still have people. I thought we'd do the beard thing. I know you got to drive ahead of you, so I want to get you out of here. But we got to do the beard competition finals tonight. My dad is here to judge the beards.
Yeah.
And we'll have a prize for our winner. But before we do that, I just want to say, the tour continues to sell tickets, which is fantastic. It's shaping up to be one of the best tours we've had so far. And this week, actually, the Canadian dates go on sale.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Yeah, on Thursday. So you Canadian fans and U.S. fans too, because I think there's another show maybe being added or something. So check redgreen.com for
North
details
Tonawanda.
throughout the week. That's right, North Tonawanda is getting added in the States. But please keep checking. But for you Canadian fans, this week is when next fall,
September
available to
22nd,
you.
I think it starts.
Yeah. Like I said before, we wanted to wait so that people didn't show up this year.
The wrong year.
And yeah,
Nothing worse than going to a concert the wrong year.
Just that's not nearly as fun.
No.
Okay. Here we go. Hang on.
I'm hanging on.
See if I know how to do this. Wouldn't this be good if this worked?
You got too many buttons. You got
I have so many buttons.
15 buttons, I see.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
hopefully everybody's ready. Hold on. Someone
going
said,
live,
is
or-
the tour going to be on DVD? It will be.
Yeah.
We're going to film the tour. Like I said, it might not be the same venue as last time. We're thinking about switching up venues of where we shoot the DVD, but we will definitely do one. So I don't know if you'll be ready for Christmas next year or not, depending on how quick.
Oh yeah, sure.
Probably.
Yeah. Next year.
So Christmas 2019 season, the
Yeah.
DVD will likely be available for purchase, and I'm sure we'll do a digital download of it as well, because that's how we do it. Okay, so this beard thing started off with a few of us.
Yeah.
Rassilon was in it.
Yeah.
And he dropped out because his wife said no.
No.
Jack Whispers was in with us.
Yeah.
But he had a job interview
Oh, yeah.
and had to shave for the job interview.
Yeah.
So, Jack, if you're here tonight, let us know how the job interview went. I hope you got it. So, he's out. So, we're left with 4, but that includes me, and I can't win.
You can't win.
I've, you know.
You can't win.
And you wouldn't have picked me anyways.
No.
And so, we have 3 contestants. Okay, so I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to show
You have pictures of them?
I have before. I have
Wow.
June 30th is when they shave.
Wow.
Okay, so this is, first off is Sue. That's Sue.
Yeah.
June 30th. And then Sue sent me that more recently.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
That's Sue.
Sue.
And she said, don't pick me, it was just a joke. But whatever, we're still including. Okay? Next up we have...
The consolation prize will be medication.
Next up we have Link.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
This was Linkerick from chat back June 30th
30?
when he sent me the picture. And here's Link today.
Oh, man.
Right? It's pretty good.
That's really good.
Pretty good growth. You know?
That's very even.
Very full, very even.
Yeah. And unicolor, which is odd.
Yeah.
I've never had a unicolor beard.
No. Good for you, Link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent job. Yeah.
Okay. Good. And then...
I think he looks better with the beard.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And then this is Grithog, also in chat. And Grithog, like he said, he focused on growing the beard. He didn't move spots. So that's the same. You'll notice the same spot on the couch. But there's Grithog just this past week.
That's really good, too.
That's pretty good, too, right? Wow. Right?
Yeah.
So we got...
Yeah.
I could probably do...
Wow.
Can I do this? Is this a thing that I can do?
I'm going to say...
Okay, hang on. Let me do this side by side. All right? And then you can...
These are good. Oh, hey, good for you.
How's that?
Are they seeing that, the people at home?
They will in about 10 seconds because there's like a delay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But they are. See, now they're seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think, Dad?
Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you got to have a tie. I think it's got to be 2 winners. There.
2 winners.
That's just so good.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Well, that means we got to give away 2 prizes. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Do we have the budget for that?
Well, what are you giving away?
Well, I thought I would give away the new book.
Yeah, well, we could send each guy half, and then they could swap after they read it.
Okay. All right.
That's great. That's what we'll
let me get the book so I can show it to them.
Yeah.
If I can.
Do you have 2?
Oh yeah. I hope I have 2. I think I got another one upstairs.
Well, just show one. I'll sign them both.
Yeah. Okay.
This is it?
Yeah. That's the inventions book.
This is our book of inventions. Trying to hold it up.
This is like the ultimate Canadian stream.
Oh yeah, I'm holding it there.
We got.
Oh yeah.
We got red, green, and it ended in a tie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Grithog and Link, thank you so much for hanging in there in the competition for months. I'm sure you got
Good job.
feedback from people.
I think both of you look better with the beards, but that's just me.
And
I'll sign this to each guy.
this might be the last night you guys see me with a beard because this might be coming off this week. Kelly has been counting the days.
Really? Because
She's like, please.
does Michaela want you to take it off?
Michaela
She kind of likes it.
Michaela voted me to shave.
Okay.
Luke voted me to keep.
Oh, okay.
And Kelly's like, trim it first and then I'll vote.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about it.
All right, I'll take care of this.
Okay, so we'll get
Thank you all.
those books sent out to you guys, autographed, all that good stuff. I'll autograph it too.
Yeah.
I know you don't care about that, but I will.
You wrote it with me.
I wrote it with you, exactly. And thank you all for being here. Dad.
It was fun.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, my
Good
sonny
to
boy.
see you. Appreciate
My
it.
little sonny boy.
Thank you very much.
All right.
It was good to see you. Thanks, chat, for being here. Thank you for the bits and the resubs and for hanging out. Sorry it wasn't quite as interactive as usual. Just we had a little bit more going on over here on this end. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'm going to be posting this video onto YouTube as well, so our YouTube fans will be able to watch it in the weeks and months to come as well, because I know they get a kick out of seeing you.
All right.
So, chat, we'll be back next week for some Season 8 action on Sunday night. And I don't know if you want to say anything, but...
See ya.
Bye. Appreciate you guys. Good night.